question, and I'm glad I did, because what the fuck is that all over my fucking arm? And I'm glad I did, because I found out something yesterday about a group of people I work with, so I was like, okay. And I came home, I had like a massive headache, so I was in bed all afternoon. And then I got up and I went out, and that was it. And I went back to bed. But I'm pretty sure if like I'm a manager and stuff, and I'm expecting you as an associate to show up, that you would have directions to get where you're at. And it's just like, oh my god. So, and the problem is you can't talk back to certain people. And I was just like, okay. So think that I can't read. But, I'm glad I did what I did, because I found out something after after everything was done and stuff, so I don't want to talk about it because it's that bad. So if like if you're like feeling me, it's just like, like I'm alive. It's not really me projecting, I'm just sleeping, so if anything, it's the cats. It's the cats. It would be Miriam. Girl knows everything. Cat knows everything. So. Yeah, I get to work at 7. Actually, yep. 15 minutes before 7. Don't know where to enter. Don't have any clue, what to do. Nobody's saying, hey, look, when I get, I'm going to arrive here, so-and-so is coming and stuff like that. Maybe I should let them know where they're supposed to enter. So I followed the manager in, and I just started working, because, the store's closed. The store's closed, and I haven't gone up to Paul Oaks to see if they've been closed. And we get in, we work and stuff, and it's like, why are you here early? Instead of saying, oh, you're here early, you started early, that means we can get out early. It's the normal manager mentality. Then it became another ordeal. We're not getting into that one. Then the whole day had been safety issues. You ever been in a back room and you're surrounded by boxes? All right. Well, you see everybody break down boxes and they get organized. And then it was just like you couldn't have moved the boxes closer to a pathway next to a structure you can't move, which is the sorting table. And you have to come to work wearing Forever 21 clothes, because it states it right there in our handbook. So I have my most comfy shoes on, and my feet get trapped, and I end up falling backwards into the boxes, because the boxes are not supposed to be that close. Of course, I can't say anything, because God forbid I should have a brain. So I fall backwards, and the neck takes a beating, on top of the headache that I had felt since 8:30 in the morning. So it's just like, what the fuck? Now, mind you, I'm supposed to continue talking and yakking, but at the same time, I really don't care. But I will clear up one thing. Forever 21 credit card is code for these things if you're doing a Census Secretary of State, Detroit Motor Vehicles registration, CBD registrations, school enrollment from preschool to 12th grade, not colleges, because anybody can attend a college online, from South America, from Europe, as long as they have the ability to shell out the money, they can. Hospital records of birth certificates and death certificates. So what that does is it narrows it down from 2015 all the way up until you need to end it 2019 March. It just depends. So if you have U.S. citizenship or certificates, it's different. Why am I saying this? Because this big whole fight about what Trump is expecting versus what Joe Biden has on paper is critical. Okay. It also explains where the money goes. So that being said, I have to speak in code at this point because what's going to end up happening, because we're going through straight weekend, this is the worst of it right now. So if you take a day off, know that that's a day off entitled to you. So if you are feeling like you're being shit on and stuff, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back and you're gonna be okay. That's way too many times. You don't want to continue being in the hatred pot. Like, how much more shit could one person take? You can't even dye your hair black enough to cover that shit. Anyways, it's like one part of the auditorium I'm dealing with right now. So there's that. There is one more piece of information that Donald Trump overlooks, which is double, triple, and fourth approved green cards. Based on the AP Government and Law book, U.S. citizenships are entitled to unemployment. That is their right, and that is what goes out first, is those with U.S. citizenships. Anybody with a visa cannot receive unemployment or any type of handout from the government. It has to go first through U.S. citizenships, and that becomes a problem because everybody likes to move away from home and likes to spend time doing co-ops and stuff. It is in your best interest to just do a co-op with your U.S. citizenship and follow the procedures that your local senator or governor tells you to do so you don't lose it, because to lose your passport for an exchange of a country's passport is not a good idea. It is not a good idea. I did it. Well, me and Monica, we did it. We were okay though. But that was because we hooked up with really good guys. So, and we were really smart. We were super intelligent, like more intelligent than the CIA. You guys just sit there and you play these fucking war and head games and stuff. But we were good girls. We knew better. We didn't need their help. But I'm telling you right now, you do. Considering the fact we're not going to get out of this, regardless if we win 8 or 6 years, you need to follow the census accordingly. And saying, well, people voting and stuff, yeah, I can hand you out a voter's registration. That doesn't mean you're going to come out and vote. So if you're relying based on voter's registration, you got another thing coming. So that being said, everybody needs to vote come 2020. Like, it's not like, oh no, you can't vote, especially during a state shutdown and a critical crisis with a pandemic. You guys should have mandated that everybody vote during 2020. You have to vote. There's just no, there wasn't. What you guys did is you said it. You didn't mandate it. Mandating vote is different. That's also explained in the AP Government and Law book, how to handle a mandated vote. So basically, yes, it is actually a fight between Trump versus Biden these 6 years. And that anybody with a political science degree, all you're doing is just battling with your own colleagues. And if you want to do that, you go right ahead and have fun. But we are going to get that Texas government letter, and it's going to have nothing to do with this goddamn piss fight between Trump and Joe. So my bet is on Joe, because here's what I'm going to tell Joe and his administration. The first day Trump is on any public stage, okay, as far as a debate or sit down or something, you can take whatever ballsy move and execute it. Just know that I'm going to need the heat. I'm going to need it. So that's why I'm telling you, I really don't care how much shit I get thrown on me, because I'm going to need it for this part right here. Because I'm not working with a great group of girls. So, and I just don't care for it. I don't care for it. It is not a job to start throwing fucking personality games at all. Oh my fucking neck. I'm so glad I kept it straight. Had I twisted it, I think I would have been in worse shape. I think I would have knotted my fucking shoulder up. Because I had something in my hand when I fell backwards. So, yeah, Joe Biden, my heart goes out to you guys. You and your family. It is tough, but the U.S. Census is what it hot now. Go in another corner and do that. Not on my thigh. Poor Miriam. You freaking digged your nails into her last time. Yeah, so my heart goes out to you. Because it was an easy fucking popular vote. And then he had to do that. So that's what you have to focus on and hold on to it. So yes, that's code for you're going to have to you're going to have to figure out all the places where you're forced to have to be part of the country, which is schooling. Schooling's number one, and most of these third-party workers like to have families when they have money. So any new enrollees and stuff, yeah, you get to do background checks and everything. So it's not like, oh, let's interrogate. No. What you guys are doing is just seeing where they're coming from and stuff. Because if they're just now enrolling and they have U.S. citizenships and they get unemployment, trust me. Working at KFC and seeing what goes on and how people are spending money and stuff, and then have family back home in Puerto Rico and all that stuff. I just, and then I was like hooked up. I had to hook up with her because she needed a car, so she needed a ride. So it's like, Toots, I'm not giving you money for a car. I'll give you a ride. And she's over here getting pregnant for no fucking reason, and saying that she needs to move back to Florida. So basically, state politicians need to keep their books really tight if you guys want to really help out Joe, because we have staffing places that do help, but it's understandable if you come back into another state saying, hey, look, I can't find a job. I truly can't find a job. But this girl uses it as an excuse for everything. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm focusing on me. I'm still looking for my Section 8 package. Like everybody keeps bitching about to throw at me. I'm about ready to slap the shit out of these fucking women. I really am. So, what am I looking forward to when we go back through this? Actually, Block Island. I really wanted to buy something from Block Island. Like a purse, but you guys don't have a purse. That's what I look for. I wanted to sit on the beach and enjoy the shore. I always enjoy the ferry ride. I don't want to go biking. I've always insisted on taking the car. It's not a big deal to take a car on the island. It's small, it's compact, it's economical and all that shit. Narragansett Beach, because it's my favorite beach. It is my favorite beach. And what else? pretty much it. Because I'm pretty much sleeping. Pretty much sleeping. I don't care to eat or anything. But I gotta get up to bed. Don't get a male cat. Don't get a male cat. Don't get a male cat. God. If I could find a restaurant that just makes soybean paper, vegetable roll sushi, I'm gonna go grab it today. Oh my god. I'm gonna videotape eating that because I don't need to be accused of eating seafood. Oh. Tofu tuna pieces would be something that Japan could work on. Fucking sushi gougers. Tuna is at the price of $4 million. It is.